Okay, hello world. I wanted to make a video showing you guys all my little projects that I am doing because I can't niche down, and I kind of refuse to niche down because I literally cannot niche down. It's physically impossible for me to just like do, I don't know why. I want to be that person that just does one thing, but I can't. I am an advocator of new hobbies, okay? And I want to create a little update video series where we all like just share what we're doing, what our new little hobbies are, our creations, and things like that. So grab your tea, grab your coffee, whatever you're drinking, and let's just little snacks and whatever, and let's just get into it, what we're doing. So I am in a band. It's called Daisy in the Garden. I am the leader of it. I've created it, I think, about a year ago now. And it's basically a place for my music that I write on my own to be fully fledged and fully realized with other great musicians. Recently, last Friday, we had a gig. We were playing with a band called Purely Green, Always Bethany, Fishhead, Bad Meditations, and I believe that was everybody, and then us, Daisy in the Garden. And it went very well. I'll put some clips of that in this video so you can see. I was very nervous for that gig for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I was like shaking for that gig. I don't know why. I really don't know why I was so nervous, but I was so freaking nervous and I could not hear my voice. The sound was hard. We only had one wedge, but my keyboardist, he sings on one of our songs called Questions, which is out on Bandcamp if you would like to go listen to it. It's very girly. It's cute. I'm not gonna lie. It's a cute little song. So anyways, he sings background vocals in that song. Could not hear him for freaking shit. And then I kept switching like earplugs to be like, okay, let's give this your arrest from, it's really the drums. The drums were just, every time you hit the crack, it was like going through me, man, which I know that that's like common and I have to keep my earplugs in, but I was like, I can't fucking hear, man. I can't hear. So that gig was very fun. Everybody was very nice, but I was so nervous. I really liked all the bands that played. I really loved Fishhead and her originals. If you want to check those out, you can like follow everyone's Instagram, all the bands that I said. I think their Instagrams are just their names. So if you want to check out what they are and what they sound like. So yeah, so I'll just leave some clips of that. That was the gig. That was fun. That was cool. Hold on. The next thing I wanted to talk about was I'm trying to get better at guitar. Now, obviously, I do play guitar, but I really want to get better at lead lines and rhythm playing. I mainly just play rhythm right now, and I don't play it. I mean, I don't play bad, but I don't play exceptionally well either. I just, I get by, I think. I've been really trying to practice my rhythm, practice my timing, practice finger picking more. One of the things that I put on my list to learn, because that's how I feel I work best. I know some people, like, I don't know, they say like, oh, in fact, follow this practice regimen and like play these scales and like learn all the notes and all that stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong for this, maybe I'm lazy for this, maybe crucify me now, okay? But I don't really want to learn the notes on the fretboard. Terrible? I know. I do know some of the notes of the strings, and from the notes of the strings, I'm able to like, oh, okay, boop, 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 here we are, F sharp or whatever, E, whatever the fuck, Probably not the best if I'm looking to be a professional guitarist, but I'm not looking to be a professional guitarist. I'm not looking to be a professional guitarist. I'm just looking to be a songwriter. I am a songwriter. I'm not even looking to be that. Anyways, the way that I practice is not in like regimented, like academic ways. I have to learn by playing a song that is hard, and I love that song. It's the easiest way that I learn and get better at whatever it is I'm doing. One of the songs that I am learning is Going Insane by Fleetwood Mac. Now, I'm pretty sure Lindsey Buckingham wrote that song. I'm not entirely sure. but I am learning the acoustic rendition of that song, if you will. It is on their The Very Best of Fleetwood Mac album. It's the picture with the crystal ball and they're all in it. This version is the first version that I heard, and then Lindsey Buckingham has a version of Going Insane. It's like pop music. It's like weird. It's like a pop. It's like a chicka chicka don't chicka chicka. Look, oh my god, I'm wearing a Fleetwood Mac shirt. If you know Fleetwood Mac, like if you really know Fleetwood Mac, you'll know the song I'm talking about. Lindsey Buckingham has like a purple album or a purple cover art something for it, and it's called Going Insane, and it's like really like it's almost like a pop song. I think it is a pop song. It was really interesting to hear that version of that song, because the first time I heard it was this acoustic live version that he does. So anyways, one of the most beautiful songs. I love this song. I love it. I love the way he sings it. I love the way he plays it. I love everything about the song, the chorus, the verse, the lyrics, everything, the feeling, the magic, the tone, the inflection, everything. I love this song. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And it is very difficult to play. I mean, I could be wrong. It sounds fucking difficult. And I'm pretty sure it's difficult because there's like only 2 tutorials on it. And the tutorials that are on it, like the guys teaching it look stressed. So I don't know. All I know is that Lindsey Buckingham, to me, is the guitarist. Okay, and I want to be just like him in terms of guitar playing, which I'm pretty sure he would tell me, bitch, you gotta learn the notes of the guitar, and I'm gonna be like, can I just learn your songs? Anyways, so yeah, I'm learning that song. Put some clips of me learning it. Yeah. So yes, for the guitar, that is what I'm doing. I am learning Going Insane. Slowly but surely, I am not very good at it. The next thing I want to talk about was songwriting. I have decided to try to write songs for people. I don't know how well it's gonna go. Basically, I have this idea of I'm thinking of people who have journal pages, or people who have something to say, or song ideas, perhaps they literally have a prompt or a idea in their mind of something that they always wanted to come to fruition through song, but they haven't been able to for whatever reason. They don't have the skills, or they just whatever, they just need a little help. I wanted to start a little business where I just write songs for people, basically. Not for them alone, me by myself, I just write it for you, but collaboratively write their songs and help them at least come out with a finished demo, so that they can either just keep it for themselves or go somewhere and produce it, fully with whatever. I don't know, everyone's situation is different. Yeah, so I'm not sure how well that's gonna go, but I do have one friend who is somebody I went to college with, and she heard some of the songs that I came out with when I was by myself. It was before I had a band, and I had a song called Viridian, a song, I think Questions, she heard, at that point Questions was written, and there was another song, I don't remember what it was, Sensitive, which I hate that song, but that doesn't matter. She really liked it, she really liked what I was able to do, and so she asked me to write a song for her. And this was years ago, but I never I don't know, I just never pursued it because it's a lot of work to write a song. So I was like, oh, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so I reached back to her recently and I was like, hey, are you still interested in having that song written? Because I'm trying to do this thing, I'm trying to start this little business. So I'm writing a song for her, and also just trying to figure out my process of how I because writing a song for or with somebody is quite difficult when you have to, there's a lot to communicate. That's really what it is. There's a lot to communicate, and sometimes there is a jiving or a compatibility with communication, and sometimes there isn't. And so in a professional setting, you have to still understand, I feel what your client is wanting, what the artist is wanting from you, you have to just basically get into their head and peep the vision. That's the only way I could put it. So she gave me some ideas and feel out the vibe, and I according to her, that is what has happened, and she really likes the song so far, what we're doing. So she wanted a Dua Lipa kind of hopeful love song, just a real song about positivity, a song to just uplift people through these hard times, because right now we are not doing well. Nobody is. And I'm just kidding. There are some people who are doing quite well, people profiting from war, for instance. But anyways, we're not going to get into that, are we? No, we're not. But we are not doing well, right? Everyone's kind of depressed and scared and suffering and etc. So she wanted, these are my words, not her words, but she wanted to have an uplifting song to bring positivity. So I was like, okay, cool. Pop song, positivity, Dua Lipa, kind of like training season vibes, like that kind of thing. I asked her like what were her favorite artists. I asked her what she was looking for, like as examples. And then from there, I was able to curate the chords and the vibe and the, you know, the rhythm pattern sort of thing. And then I was able to come up with melodies, come up with some lyrics, and I gave it to her. She loved it, thank God, because I was a little bit like, you know, like, please, I hope that this works out because I'm really trying to do this. So she really loved it, and she actually I wrote the first verse and she's writing the second verse. I think we might do it like that, or we might just use her verses. She might just write a second one and I'll just scrap mine, because it's really her song. And that's the thing that I like about this, is that it's not so much pressure, because it's like, oh, all I have to do is literally make their vision come true. So it's actually less pressure, funnily enough. I mean, it is a little scary because you're like hoping that the person likes it, but other than that, it's like, okay, like, you know, you get it. And I think I understand people relatively reasonably. So yeah, so she really likes it. So that's one of the projects that I'm doing. Maybe I could play a little snippet for you. This is my voice because this is not finished, by the way. This is going to sound poopy, so. Keep shining woke up today, I'm feeling. Okay, so that's basically how it goes. Anyways, I'm not going to share the rest of it. So that's how that's going. That project's really exciting for me, because this is like, that's really what I want to do. That's really what I want to do, is just write music all day and like record and write lyrics and mix and just churn out music. I don't know if that's possible with AI now. So I don't know. I feel like that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm making this video. Actually, side note, with all of the like horrific things that are happening out in the world, like war, concentration camps, and everyone being racist and fascist, what else is there happening? No, that's pretty much it, right? Oh, and the data centers and billionaires just having a feast. Anyways, a party. I've been feeling, and I know that a lot of other artists have been feeling this way, that where it's like, what's the point? Especially when the Epstein files came out, it's like, what's the point? What is the point of this? Why are we doing this? Why are we making art? We're not like saving the world. We're not doing anything really that meaningful. This is how, you know, I was feeling. Not that that's true, but anyways, and I feel like one of the reasons why I'm making this video is just to share creations in general, share creativity in general. And there's a lot of, right now I've only gotten through like the music stuff, but we're about to get into like the crafts that I'm getting into, and I just want to share, because I feel like humans making things, fortunately, but also slightly unfortunately, is, I think, an act of protest with like AI and like just suppression in general, and just like controlling, and the government trying to like, I feel like the government's like literally trying to bring everybody down, to be honest with you, and the news, like, it's just terrible. So I just feel like humans creating things and sharing with other humans is literally an act of protest, and literally just like, it's just living. It's living, and it's also what humans are meant to do. Humans are meant to create things with their hands and with their voices and with their bodies, and they're meant to just express themselves. That's what I believe. And so that is what I'm doing, and hopefully it inspires other people. That's a side note. Any hoodles. So that is that project. So what did I go through so far? I said, I shared a little gig. I shared the song that I'm using to get better at guitar, and my songwriting project, low-key business launch with my friend that I'm doing for her, so that I can get a review, and we'll make some content videos, and maybe people will hit me up for like to write their songs, because AI, although it is like really fast and cheap and good, not good like morally, good like, you know, productive, it doesn't have taste. Okay, AI doesn't have fucking taste. It gets it, but it's very like cookie cutter. Like, it's very like, it's so sterile, if that makes sterile. It's just, it doesn't get it. You need a human, okay? Maybe you can start off with that, but you need a human to actually like, oh, that's distasteful, or, you know, you need taste. You just need taste. And how can a robot have taste? They don't taste anything. Anyways, I don't know where I'm going with that. Okay, next, we have a song coming out called I Miss Me. That is the name of the song. It is very like whimsical, childlike, missing the days of your childhood vibes. Like that is literally the point of the song. That's what we're talking about in the lyrics, and that is for my band Daisy in the Garden. So that song is on deck of being released, and it is being mixed right now. And I have some behind the scenes like footage or like reels on my on the Daisy in the Garden Instagram. So if you would like to see that, go to Daisy in the Garden Instagram. I'll just put everything down below. Okay, I just wanted to shout that out, that is also in the works. I am mixing it as we speak. That is all the music things, I believe. Now let's get into the crafts. The first thing I have made, which looks kind of shitty, to be honest. I think it looks poopy. I would like to make this better. I wanted to make these tarot cards, tarot little sculptures. There we go. And it chipped. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I tried to recreate the Fool card in like sculpture. I have a little 0 there because that's the starting of the deck. There's a sun, and it's a major arcana card. This is the cliff, and then I put a lady in a skirt coming off of it, and it's like raised a bit, like you can see that this is in, and then this part comes out and her hair comes out. That was the first project that I did. I think this was like 2 weeks ago. So I want to do this I don't know if it's the material that I used. It's a little bit chalky feeling, and it cracked, and so like I feel like it's not, I don't know, I feel like it's not stable or like strong enough, like nice. So maybe I just need to make it a little bit bigger. And this was also very difficult because it's so teeny. I wanted to make like little miniature major arcana tarot cards, so you could put it like on your desk like this, but I have to make like a stand for it. But I think I'm going to do it a little bit bigger because this was like microscopic, honestly. I might paint it, I might not. Maybe I'll use this as like a test when I make a bigger one, and I can paint the bigger one so I can see how the colors go on that. But anyways, that's that. Then the next thing I made is this little, so I started needle felting, which I haven't done a lot, but my boyfriend has a kit that he let me use, and it has all these like colors of felt, which I've heard of felt before, but I never really like, I don't know, like I didn't really know what it was. What is technically felt? I think it's just thread. No, fiber. I think it's just like fibers in a ball. That's what I think it is. And they have all these different colors from his kit. And then you take a needle. This is like a little foam. I don't think this comes with the kit. I think this is his. But you could take like a foam thing, and then you take the needle and you just keep stabbing. Like pretend this is like something I was working with. And you just keep stabbing it and stabbing it and stabbing it and stabbing it until it becomes like they get knotted, and then they become like a pillow kind of thing. And he made this little mushroom. He made this little mushroom. It's so cute. And I made this little heart. I was trying to make my logo, but it didn't work out. But I don't know, maybe I'll use this for something. But yeah, do you see what I mean? It's like it becomes like a teddy bear kind of thing. Like it becomes like a real 3D soft thing. So I made a little diorama thingy, and I put it in this little glass bottle. Actually, I'm not going to take it out because it's quite hard. It was a little bit difficult to get in there. Can you see that? Come on. Here we go. In the water. So it's like basically little mushrooms with flowers and a tree stump in the grass with little diamond pieces. I don't know if you can see the diamonds. There are way more, they like reflect better in real life, but yeah, so I made this little diorama. Isn't that cute? And you can see the reel of it on my Instagram, Daysiegame on Instagram, because I post all the things I make on there. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit more grass underneath it, just leave the fluff so that it looks more natural. But yeah, this is so cute. Oh, look at my face. And then there's a little hole, like there's a little guy living in there. Do you see the hole? So I don't know. This isn't really a thing, but I just made it. I think it's so cute, and I wanted to knit like a little holder for it so it could be like a keychain. And talking about knitting, I got into that as well. So let's get into that. The first thing I made, which is not very pretty. I feel like I got messed up. I'll post a picture of what it looked like when it was drying, but now look at it the way it looks now. It's not that very nice, but I'm gonna make another one. This is my first knitted project, okay, ever. So have some grace. But it's basically a bandana and it has hearts. It's supposed to have hearts. You can see them, but I don't know. I feel like it didn't come out as great as the picture. Also, look at the tassels, or not the tassels, the ends. Now I know this. I when I was doing the ends here, I like knitted this too tight, and then it folded this up, and then this one I knitted too loose, and it made it crazy long, and then it got tight down here. So I'm getting it better at this, but like, yeah, this is the first project that I made, which I know it looks silly, but it's sentimental. And then you try, I do wear it, but not like out because it doesn't look as great anymore. But this is how it came out. Let me see if I can turn around. So it's cute, but I want to make another one because I think I could do way better than this, because I had so many issues with this. I had to restart like so many times, and I don't know, it was difficult. But anyways, yeah, so isn't this cute though? I love it. So that's this, and let me know if you want to make one. I will post the tutorial for it in the video description, and then it is paid though. If you want the pattern, you have to pay for it. So it doesn't tell you like what to do. You have to go on, you'll see when I post the video, like she has like a link for it. So I made that. That was my first knitted thing I made. And then the second knitted thing I made was this cute, this is my purse, cherries. I know that the leaves look puny, but whatever. This is actually, wait, I'm sorry, not knitted, this is crocheted. So I started crocheting as well, and these guys have fluff in them, and this was actually quite difficult. The leaves were so annoying. This was actually easier than this. The leaves were quite difficult. And then I made the chain too long, but now I know for next time. So that's that, and I think this color looks so cute with this bag. Like, look at that. Only thing is, I think if I were to do this again, I want a darker green, because I feel like this green's too light. In my opinion, I think it looks, like, I don't know. Like, I would prefer a darker green so that it more pops, because the red really pops. But isn't this so cute with this brown? This bag's old as hell, but it's a Coach bag, so I like it. And it's sturdy. It's, like, still pretty good. I think this is so cute. So, anyways, imagine this, though, with my little diorama guy. So I'm going to make like a little, you know, like those bottle holders, knitted bottle holders. If I find a picture, I'll post it or put it in the video. But like I'm thinking of that, but miniature for this. And then it can like hang like this with it, or maybe on the other side. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it looks cuter on one side. But I think that'd be so cute. And literally this has no purpose at all except for just being cute. I mean, I guess you could put things in here, but like I was trying to think about how I can make it utilitarian, and I just can't. It's just cute, and that's it. There is no other purpose other than it's cute. Anyways, okay, what else? Oh, and then the last thing I think I have that's knitted or crocheted is this project right here, which this is going to be a while because I am fillet crocheting. Okay, I'm running out of storage. Hopefully I can just get this last thing in. So I'm fillet crocheting. I'll post the tutorial down below, and this is it printed out, like what it's gonna look like. So it's basically a fillet crocheted headband. As you can see, I like hair accessories, and this is how far I've gotten. I literally started, like, when I started Wednesday, today's Friday, and I messed up, so I had to unravel it all. So this is actually pretty far along here. I got 3 rows done, gal. Isn't this cute? Then when this comes, it's gonna be cute. It's gonna be cute. It's not gonna look like my bandana. It's gonna be cute. And I feel like this is also, crocheting in general is way more forgiving than knitting. Knitting was very hard to fix. Like when I messed up a row, it was very hard to find, like, where did I loop? I don't know where the loops go. Is the left to the right? I don't know. So that was very difficult, but I'm gonna get better at that as well. So yes, and this is 100% mercerized cotton that I bought, I think, at Walmart. Isn't that fun? Look how fun it is. And I put it in the bowl. which I just found out about this, that you put the knitted thing in the bowl, and as you go, it like moves around in there, and so you don't have to like stop, which I had no idea that that could make my life easier. I was not knitting like that for a while. Anyways, I think that's all the projects that I have. I did everything. Let me pause. So the next things that I'm looking to do are, I'm gonna make another bandana of this. I'm gonna make a red bandana, like a deep red bandana. Let's see, like this kind of color with the hearts, and I'm making that for a friend of mine at work for her birthday. So that's exciting, and it will come out way better than this. So that's good. And I'm also making one for myself. I'm not sure the color yet, but I'm making 2 bandanas, 2 heart bandanas, okay? I am going to make a little satchel guy thing knitted for my diorama keychain. I'm gonna finish my filet crocheted headband. And then I want to make a felted little Guinness like keychain for my boss, or a knitted Guinness like little tapestry thing. Oh, I need to make my boyfriend's mom like I want to make her a chapstick. Basically, oh, actually, it would probably be similar to this, like a chapstick holder. So I guess I'm making 2 little guys like that, like a keychain kind of thing. And then what else? I'm learning Going Insane. I'm going to finish that. I don't know about next month, though. I don't know about the next video that Going Insane is going to be learned. Going Insane is very hard for me. Oh, yeah. And I want to make little, like, tarot... What would you call that? Tarot memorabilia? Like a desk decoration. Like a real sculpture, painted and everything. The whole 9 yards. Oh, and also, I want to make cover art for I Miss Me for Questions, which is our first song that we came out with Daisy in the Garden, which is on Bandcamp, by the way. Anyway, sorry, I have to. Okay, with that one, I made the cover art on Canva, which I know is not the best. Like, I went to FIT for illustration, okay? Trust me, I know. But it was I don't have Adobe anymore, and I didn't know what else to do. I knew I wanted the cover art for Questions to be a crystal that was gifted to me from the person that I wrote the song about. So I was like, that has to happen. But then, I don't know, I felt pressure to like create it, like to draw something. So I did a little bit of a mixture of a happy medium of digital art with a photo of the crystal, which I think I like it. I think it's cute. I'm leaving it like that. I think it's very early 2000s feeling, which I think the song does sound like anyways. So I think it's perfect. For I Miss Me, though, it's about childlike wonder. It's about, you know, arts and crafts. It's about just getting lost as a child without worrying about bills and worrying about politics. Like, you just get lost in a project. So I want I Miss Me to be like hand-drawn, maybe watercolor. I definitely want that cover art to be like handmade traditionally. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to post updates about that on my Instagram. If you'd like to see those, all the things that I create ever are on my Instagram, always on my stories, on my reels. I'm always posting on there, so please do follow at DaisyB on Instagram. And if you listen to my our single on Bandcamp and you like it, please follow us on Daisy at Daisy and the Garden on Instagram as well. Yes, so lastly, all I want to say is I hope this video inspired you to make something, anything at all, get into a new hobby. Find something. If you thought it was interesting to fillet crochet, if you thought it was interesting to start knitting, crocheting normally, painting, sculptures, get lost in it, and don't like try not to think about like stressful things and like bills and all that kind of stuff and politics. Like, just get lost to a project. That's really like the whole purpose of this video, is just to show the possibilities, and you don't have to pick one thing. You could do as many things as you want, because that's what I'm doing. It matters because it keeps you sane and it keeps you happy, and you get to have a nice little thing afterwards. I mean, isn't that cool that you make something and it's like really there? I think that's so cool. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, bye-bye.